All right. Sorry about that. I'm about 4 minutes late. Sorry about that. There's so much going on right now as far as news, all these crazy stories that are starting to pop up. As always, as I have been doing here recently, I'm going to touch on more subjects than what I indicated in the title of the live stream. There's always something going on. Now, this story surfaced a day ago, and this is crucial. This is crucial. Help identify a woman after her dog bites customer's face inside Home Depot in Jefferson County. Now, we're always talking about this. These people do not need dogs inside of Home Depot or any other store. There's no reason why you can't go into a store by yourself without a dog for 10, 15 minutes, do your thing, and then come back out. These nutters bring dogs into stores because they are dysfunctional socially. And that's okay. We all are to some extent. And I firmly believe that. We're all sort of socially unstable. And it's just, the world that we come up in. It's not our fault. Jefferson County, where is that? Now, this woman has since been identified. And that's good. Okay, this is in Ohio. Okay. I live in Ohio. Been here my whole life. All right. Let me refresh this. How did this happen? How in the world? Now, look at the dog. Notice there's no vest on it. So this is not a service dog. So what is this? Let's listen to the report.
And they've been trying to find. Deputies say their dog bit a The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office has identified two women they've been trying to find. Deputies say their dog bit a customer at Home Depot before the two women left the store. It happened on March 31st at the Home Depot on Rancho Road in Evergreen. One woman...
What did I tell y'all, man? These people can't control these things. Nobody can. Nobody can. It's stupid to have laws that instruct dog owners to control their dog. Stop with that, man.
And allegedly asked the customer to give the dog a treat for training.
Did y'all hear that? Listen to this.
And the dog bit the customer's face. Home Depot on Rancho Road in Evergreen. One woman allegedly asked the customer to give the dog a treat for training, and the dog bit the customer's face. The person suffered severe injuries.
What? What was that? Did y'all hear that? The owner of the dog. Now, unpack this in your mind. And if you understand this, please let me know. Help me, because I'm confused by this story. The dog owner asked a customer. Now, the dog owner is a customer too. And it says that the dog owner asked a customer to give the dog a treat, explaining to the customer that they were training the dog. Stop. Stop. So these women brought a dog that was not a service dog. They simply wrapped a rope around its mouth. It still bit someone. It's not a service dog. These nutters just decided to bring their pet into Home Depot. This is why I don't like going to Home Depot. just brought her stupid, stinking, worthless mutt into Home Depot and had the nerve to ask another customer to give her dog a treat. What? Now, I'm going to assume that the customer that she asked to give her dog a treat was a fellow nutter. It's a fellow dog lover who was probably, showing them attention. All up in the dog's face and whatnot, probably staring at them. Oh, I'm a dog lover too. Oh, what a beautiful boy. Oh, yeah, she's in training. You want to give her a treat? Oh, yeah, I give her a treat. Oh, my God. And then, after the attack, here come the screaming. Here come the acting like you didn't know this was possible. Here come the goofball cringe moment. You about to start acting like you had no idea that this thing had teeth. What an insult. What an insult to our existence. We are much smarter than this. So the dog owner asked some other customer to give her dog a treat, explaining that the dog was in training. So she just brought her personal pet into Home Depot. And many of these nutters do this. So sick. And this rope that she got tied around this thing's face, people, what is it for? It's not keeping the dog's mouth closed. It's not even wrapped around its mouth. Look at that. That's just for show. I told y'all, these people don't like to put muzzles on their dogs and stuff like that. They really don't even like to have them on the leash. So when the court orders them, when they decide their dog is a dangerous dog and orders them to follow all these requirements in order to keep the dog, quite often these people don't follow those orders. They don't walk around with no muzzle or none of that. So when the customer agreed to give the dog a treat, they were bitten in the face. Now, I don't know. They said they. So it bit more than one person in the face? Okay, was it a he or she? They go from a singular, when the customer, to start using they. So I don't know what they're talking about here. Maybe a typo. As store employees tended to the injured woman, okay, it was a woman. The woman, the owner, exited the store with the dog. So this nutter did what most nutters do, and that is leave the scene of the crime. Left the scene of the crime. So it's good that she's been identified. The victim sustained serious injuries and is now required to have facial surgery as a result of the bite. I bet you, well, I won't bet you that. I'm just curious. I wonder if the victim is going to stick his or her face into the face of another dog. Huh? You see where that'll get you? You see what can happen to your face when you want to be stupid? You think it's neat to ignore danger? I don't know who made that a thing. That it's somehow honorable to ignore danger. But, you play stupid games. If you recognize the woman, okay, so this is the article that surfaced yesterday. And here recently, they've been identified. Good. Let's listen to it. I think this is the one I already played, wasn't it?
Identified two women they've been trying to find. Deputies say their dog bit a customer at Home Depot before the two women left the store. It happened on March 31st at the Home Depot on Rancho Road in Evergreen. One woman allegedly asked the customer to give the dog a treat for training, and the dog bit the customer's face.
These people These people completely, utterly, these people make me sick to my stomach. Why can't you leave your dog in your vehicle? If you insist on bringing it to the store with you, why can't you leave it in the vehicle? Oh, these people make me sick. You that desperate for attention? I don't know about other countries, but here in the United States, there's a huge problem with seeking attention, being desperate for attention, desperate to be worshiped and honored, and people are so desperate to feel special. Oh, my goodness. So good. 2 women have been identified. Okay, this was in Colorado, right? So my fault, Jefferson County. This is in Colorado. And this was a bully breed. I don't even know what it was. That was a bully breed. Identified, store located, blah. Okay, good. I'm going to keep up with this. What's going to happen to her? That seems serious to me. You know, someone gets injured inside of your store because of policies that you created. Nobody kicked her out of this store. Okay? That means several people who worked there saw the dog and did not instruct her to get out. There's no vest. No vest. I mean, what is this? What is wrong with these people? Let me see. Are pets allowed in Home Depot? This hardware store welcomes your pet. It only allows leashed dogs. So you can simply bring your pet into Home Depot. Well, thank you. I am not going to shop at Home Depot ever again. Now, what about Lowe's? I'm about to out everybody right now. So Lowe's, I imagine they all welcome pets. All of them. They welcome dogs. You can just bring your dog. How sick is that? Again, people, some people have cynophobia. Some people have been traumatized. Some people are allergic. Dander is probably the most effective at triggering an allergic reaction. And they just allow dogs into the store. Pet dogs. So yeah, I'm going to do everything I can not to shop at any of these home improvement stores anymore. You know, it's sort of like that store, that tractor store, tractor, trailer, equipment, or whatever. The more hillbilly-ish a store is, the more likely it is they're going to allow dogs to just be randomly brought inside. And, you know, if it's a store where they sell like wood and all this type of stuff, outdoor equipment, oh yeah, bring your dog. Got to turn everything into a jungle. No sense of cleanliness. I was in line today at a grocery store. And as you all know, I practice social distancing. And I could feel this joker ease up behind me. And he was too close for my comfort. I could almost hear this guy breathing. So I took a couple steps to the side to create some distance. And this old knuckleheaded man got closer to me, basically followed me, then leaned over and tried to talk to me, asking me some goofy favor because he was a little old man. And I created even more distance. Man, don't be no random people walking up to me, getting close to me, breathing on me. People are just not mindful of germs or nothing like that. And especially with the nutters. They take baths in filth day in, day out. They live in filth. They're so accustomed to stench and filth that they go out and violate other people. Just like this woman right here had this strong urge to go out and force her dog onto other people. If they don't do it, if they don't violate you, endanger you by bringing their dog, their physical dog, they'll do it just by getting all close to you, like this man was. Probably a nutter. So his dog was close to me at that moment. Probably got a few clouds of dander that he brought into the store with him. Probably had vapors, saliva vapors coming out his mouth as he tried to talk to me, which is why I backed up again. Y'all need to start keeping your breath to yourself. Stop getting all close to people. And you definitely don't get in my face. If you want to talk to me, I can hear you just fine from 8 feet away. Forget about 6 feet or 8 feet away. Like I said, I just ordered that hat. I'm gonna have a shirt and anything else a jacket 6 feet away, please. Y'all need to, you nutters, y'all need to get this through y'all's thick skull. You are not wanted everywhere you go. You think you can just bring a dog into any and everywhere. The most inconsiderate people on this planet. Your home is your home. You have an address. You don't get to treat everywhere you go as if it's your personal home. So good. I hope somebody gets sued. But there's really nobody to sue. Like I said, the person who got bit, that was a nutter. It definitely was not an anti-dog person. And give that stupid, disgusting mutt no food. When people bring dogs into public places, they're just trying to get attention. They're just doing this for attention. You're looking at a deranged person, desperate, very desperate for attention at a dangerous level, so much they're willing to hurt people just to get attention. Right? At that point, that's when I have a problem with it. Now, I don't care about people who are desperate for attention. There are a lot of people out here like that. I don't care about narcissists as long as it don't get me in trouble. You can be as deranged and goofy as you want in the privacy of your own home, or just keep it to yourself. This is a good example of how your deranged narcissism gets other people hurt. So I hope they throw the book at this woman, this nutter. Take that worthless mutt and euthanize it. That's what needs to happen. Just like all the rest of these mutants. I'm tired of knowing that they're surviving and eating well off my tax dollars. They don't deserve the air that they breathe, the water that they drink and contaminate, the air that they breathe and contaminate. They don't deserve the food that we give them. They don't deserve to have us go out and kill other animals to make food for them. They're too dumb to hunt themselves. Based on the standards of nature, they should starve. Let them starve to death. Let it be up to me whether or not dogs eat. You will never see dogs again. Only in history books. Social media posts. You'll never see them in real person. Yeah, don't leave it up to me. Now, I changed the title of this live stream shortly after I created it. Wait, can y'all hear me? How we doing out here? I need to make a habit of checking my sound going forward. How we doing? We all right? Good morning to everybody. It's about 12:30 my time right now. Hope y'all doing good. I'm checking my audio. My audio looks good. Mic look good. Hope we doing good out there. I see y'all. Oh, I got some stuff going on in the chat room. Oh, man. Okay. I like this upgrade. Windows 10. I think I got Windows 10. Yeah, I just now did that Windows 10 update. Just updated it yesterday. And I'm digging it. I like it. All right. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, let these mutants starve. They don't deserve. They have killed too many of our young for us to cater to them, continue to cater to them, and treat them as we would treat our own young. They've killed too many babies. They've killed too many toddlers. They've killed too many children. They've killed too many grandparents. They've killed and attacked, not just killed, attacked, maimed, mutilated, far too many for us to care about these things' existence. They don't deserve it at this point. Do y'all know how many, how many children alone they've mutilated and killed? Are we aware this is in the hundreds of thousands, if not millions by now? Get out of here. I wish somebody would ask me to give their dog a treat, something to eat. You won't like what I give it to eat. Right? No. Okay, because I'm going to give it a cookie with artificial sweeteners. Huh? Right? Shout out to the content creators creating some excellent content here recently. Make sure y'all always check the home page of my channel and check out the other anti-dog content creators. These are geniuses out here. Now, I've been sitting here saying that we need to let these hideous, abnormal mutants starve to death. And this is an example of why I said that. Right? It's a recent story. This surfaced yesterday. A man killed by pit bulls inside a Detroit building as he was trying to rescue them. This man was a dog lover, a self-proclaimed dog lover. Now, this is what the dodo is all about. That's pretty much what they've, built their platform on. Rescuing dogs. And it's usually a bully breed that they rescue. Oh yeah, this has been like a movement. Rescue the dogs. Rescue the dogs. There is no greater dog-human bond than the bond projected or experienced during a rescue. According to them, this seems to be the most celebrated moment between humans and dogs, is when they actually rescue them. Oh, look at how, oh, wow. You see? Yeah, this is a criminal platform right here, but this is what they're all about. Stuff like this. Now let's check this out. Now, this man should have allowed these dogs to starve. Better yet, he should have called animal control, and animal control should have come out and confiscated the dogs and then euthanized them. That's what should happen. That would have been better. It would have been better to euthanize them than to allow them to live, to stay alive, because then they could hurt somebody else. They could attack someone else. So this man could have tried to help make the community safer by making sure that those dogs that he saw were euthanized. See how that worked? Euthanizing dogs is productive. It's counterproductive to let them live. And here you just got an example of how counterproductive it can be if dogs live. This man has been killed.
This boarded up building off 4th Street near Livernois in southwest Detroit is being renovated, guarded by 2 dogs that live there. Sources tell us 2 men working in the area saw the dogs Tuesday looking out a window. The 58-year-old man from Plymouth went inside to see if the dogs were stuck and needed help.
Went to see if they were stuck and needed help.
Then saw the dogs with blood on them, going inside to find the victim dead, mauled to death with bite wounds on his face. Those dogs are now in a mandatory 10-day hold.
Tortured him. Killed him slowly. Tortured him.
With Detroit Animal Control for a demeanor evaluation, then they'll decide what next. They are licensed and vaccinated.
Now, wouldn't it have been better had he just not gone in there? Wouldn't that be better? Wouldn't that be better if those dogs had been euthanized and then he never would have even seen them? It's always better when dogs have been euthanized, when they're not around. Okay? Society, everything, no matter what you're talking about, is always better. It's always cleaner.
We were out here last time we talked to you. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened?
This man, who identified himself as the property manager, was the same man we talked to out here last September. This was the scene back on September 7th. TPD investigating a suspicious death inside the same.
Man, you see 2 dogs in a building like this and you want to stroll inside? Really? You think the man-dog bond is so tight you can just walk up to random stray dogs? Amazing.
Building. Someone apparently broke in and was found dead. At that time, police told us the dogs had some contact with the body, but it's unclear how he died. 7 months later, we learned Wednesday, still no cause of death.
What did she just say? Wait a minute.
From the Wayne County Medical Examiner's Office, September 7th, TPD investigating a suspicious death inside the same building. Someone apparently broke in and was found dead. At that time, police told us the dogs had some contact with the body, but it's unclear how he died.
The dogs had some contact with the body, but it's unclear how the man died. What's that supposed to mean? That means the dogs had blood on them. Had the man's blood on them. But we don't know if the dogs actually killed him. But the dogs have been eating on him. I suppose that's what it means.
7 months later, we learned Wednesday, still no cause of death from the Wayne County Medical Examiner's Office. They told us, quote, there are external findings that require further interpretation. And Wednesday, no comment from the folks that keep tabs on the facility.
Do you guys have guard dogs here?
I have no idea. No comment.
Okay.
Please, gotta go.
We did talk to the latest victim's family off camera. They were too upset to say much, but definitely did express some concern over the security of the building where this happened. Jessica Dupna, Fox 2 News.
There you go. Congratulations, Dodo. This is what the Dodo tries to encourage people to do. And that's irrefutable. They try to encourage people to try to rescue dogs if they see them. If they see a stray dog somewhere, the thing to do is to go up to it. Try to give it some food, rescue it. Well, this is what can happen. You're so fixated on projecting dogs as being no different from 2-year-old children. Tell me, what 2-year-old would have killed this man the way this dog did? These were pit bulls. This guy was so confident in the bond between man and dog that he walked up to 2 stray pit bulls. Now, I would have been off to the side warning him, don't you do that. You better not go inside that building unless you got a gun and you ready to use it. Oh, I've been handling dogs my whole life. Oh, dogs are, you just got to show them love. Just got to be nice to them. Now, why wasn't these dogs aware that this man was trying to help them? Right? Let's go back to what I've been saying for a long time. I value the positive energy that I'm able to give out. I value the affection that I'm able to give. And I'm not going to give my affection to anything that doesn't appreciate it, to anything that's not even aware that I'm helping it or being affectionate. No, thank you. And that is the case with these mutants. There's nothing honorable about rescuing them. Not only are they not aware that you're rescuing them, they don't care. They're not aware and don't care. So it's literally useless. There's no benefit in no way whatsoever to helping these things. You're only hurting yourself. Every time you help a dog, you're robbing some child somewhere. Rather than giving your resources to help a dog, you could be giving it to some charity. A whole lot of homeless people out here, country full of homeless people. You could be giving those resources to them, right? To, foster care. You got starving children all over the world. You could donate to some type of fund or something. But instead, you want to fund the creatures that terrorize them. You want to fund and finance the creatures, the only creatures on this planet that mutilates them. That's crazy to me. That's beyond crazy to me. And there's no way you can project that as an honorable thing to do. Yet, you got a lot of people duped with channels or platforms like the Dodo. But they're waking up. Yeah, good for you. And actually, I'm kind of impressed with how they've been able to deceive and brainwash people. But we're waking up. This is just another media outlet. This man was 58 years old. You live to be 58 years old. That's an accomplishment. A lot of men don't make it to 58. At that age, you should be doing everything in your power to make sure that you live out the rest of your natural life. The last thing, I won't even say last thing, you should never be walking up at 58 years old, walking up to stray pit bulls. See the delusion? People are just asleep when it comes to dogs. People are not any more ignorant of anything else. People in general seem more ignorant about dogs than they are about anything else. It is so crazy to me. Now, sorry about that. This regarded it or referred to them as guard dogs. I don't think we're using no guard dogs now. Now, what is that? I don't even remember this. All right, let's check this out.
This boarded up building off 4th Street near Livernois in southwest Detroit is being renovated, guarded by 2 dogs that live there. Sources tell us 2 men working in the area saw the dogs Tuesday looking out a window. The 58-year-old man from Plymouth went inside to see if the dogs were stuck and needed help. His coworker then saw the dogs with blood on them, going inside to find the victim dead, mauled to death with bite wounds on his face. Those dogs are now in a
You see? I mean, what? That's not supposed to happen. I mean, you're trying to rescue dogs that could potentially be starving. That's a huge moment. That's a significant moment in time. You're doing something good, something positive. You're trying to save a life. And the exact same thing you tried to save, that you tried to help, actually started to torture you. This is a grown man. It took him a while to die. He was slowly killed by the same creatures he was trying to help, that he said he's in love with. He was an animal lover. See what I mean? All that energy that he had, that he gave, being a dog lover, was wasted. Completely wasted. And that's all I'm saying. That's my point. What's the point? It does not even make sense. It doesn't make sense. Give your affection, give your help. Right? You want to honor something, at least make sure it's aware that you're helping and appreciate it. Oh, but then you have to deal with a human. Oh, boy, get over it. Get over it. Crazy stuff. Now, next week will be the second week of April. And it will be the first week of Dog Bite Awareness Week. And they've already gotten a head start. This is one of the articles that I found. Surfaced yesterday. Dog bite education awareness helps minimize surrenders. Awareness? No. 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 Extermination will not just minimize the attacks, it'll eliminate them. That's the real solution. But I digress. I'm not going to read this whole article, but you see in the subtitle, they share the dog bite statistics. 4.5 million dog bites in the U.S. each year. You scroll on down, they have a list to help prevent dog bites. It says they have several tips. Okay, do not leave children unsupervised with dogs, even with family dogs. Okay, make sure pets. Now, what's the rule? Always substitute the word pet or pets with dogs. That's all they're talking about. Make sure dogs' physical and behavioral health is in good order. Schedule regular veterinary exams. Take time when introducing a dog to new situations. What? Why do these things need to be introduced to a new situation? You know what I mean? Why is that even required? Take time. How do you even do that? How do you take time to introduce a dog to a new situation? Yeah, it sounds like a deformed, degenerate, dysfunctional creature. Oh, here comes a gust of wind. Let's get the dog ready. Huh? Lord. Arrange for low stress interactions whenever possible and give plenty of praise along with rewards for giving. All to keep her from attacking people? This advice is to reduce dog attacks. Okay, so to help stop dogs from attacking people, they have to praise the dog. So the dog understands praise. It understands when you say good boy. No, it doesn't. Dogs don't understand compliments. And this is one of the standard rewards that they suggest. I've always criticized that. They consider a praise, just saying good boy, they consider that a reward, as if the dog knows what you're doing and what you're saying. Yeah, this whole dog culture is the Twilight Zone. Arrange for low stress interactions. How you supposed to know? How you supposed to know? You have no idea what will and what won't stress a dog out. If walking on grass is enough to stress a dog out and fill it with anxiety, there is no way possible for you to predict or guess what's going to cause that dysfunctional, deranged, mutant stress. I just had to point that out. Educate yourself in positive training techniques. Devote time to interact with your dog. Really? We should do this so that the dog doesn't attack? Why all the vague statements? What is positive training techniques? Lord, be responsible about approaching other people's dogs. They wrote pets, i.e., ask permission from the owner. Okay, now they're saying that that's going to help reduce dog bites. No, it doesn't. Asking for permission that's not a safety protocol. No, that's not a safety measure, asking for permission. You're basically just telling the dog owner, hey, do you want to watch your dog attack me? Right? Because I'm going to pet it and it might attack me. There ain't nothing you can do to stop it. Huh? Yeah, I'm going to pet your dog. If it attacks me, just pull it off. If you can. Devote time to interact with your dog. What? Why do they need so much? Just so they don't attack? Why do they need so much? They need attention. You got to do this, you got to do that. Be quiet. Lord, be responsible about approaching other people's dog. Okay. Always walk dogs on a leash. Monitor your dog's activity. Okay, now this is very weak. And this is veterinarypracticenews.com. This is all they're dedicated to, and this is terrible. Terrible. Just a little quick copy and paste, regurgitate nuttery. To help prevent bites in these situations, secure your dog in a separate room, create a place visible sign. Yeah, do all of this stuff. Yeah, get a sign, put the dog in a different room. Oh, look out for these triggers. Oh, look out for this bright color. Don't make this type of sound. Don't look at it. This, and that. Do all this stuff so that it doesn't attack you. And even then, no matter what you do, as long as the thing is there, you could get attacked. Look at this. Train your dog to be comfortable with strangers. How you supposed to do that? How you supposed to do that? Socialize your dog to help them become more comfortable with new situations. You don't have to do this with any other animals. Only dogs need all this nonsense. They're letting you know how deranged and dysfunctional these things are by giving you all this advice on what to do so that it doesn't attack. Communicate with delivery services ahead of time. In other words, let them know that a dog is going to try to attack them when they show up. Monitor your dog's behavior. Consult with your veterinarian if you notice signs of aggression. Yeah. So this is just a bunch of nothing. Their attempt to get a jump start, a head start on Dog Bite Prevention Week. It's supposed to start next week. And that is pathetic. Now I want to show y'all something. You remember that story I talked about yesterday of the 2-year-old who was attacked and killed by his grandmother's dog. This is the GoFundMe that they created to help pay funeral expenses. No, this is not the GoFundMe. This is the article. And the article has a GoFundMe link right here. And this is the GoFundMe. They've raised a little over $13,000 for his funeral. Okay. Now I noticed something. When I saw this, when I saw the photo, I noticed something on the caption of this photo. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm going to highlight it. Y'all see this? And this is in quotes. B was killed in a dog attack, Frederick County, April 4th. GoFundMe to help, and this is a quote, to help pay for Monkey's funeral, end quote. To help pay for Monkey's funeral. Monkey is supposed to be the boy, the 2-year-old. So, you know, sometimes they would call the boy Monkey. And I've always thought this was dangerous. You know, it's dangerous because it strikes me as more pretending. where you pretend that a dog is human, that it's a harmless human, like a 2-year-old child, and then you start to actually behave and treat it as if it's harmless. Mistake. Mistake. It's even worse when at the same time you're dehumanizing the 2-year-old. Suddenly the 2-year-old is a monkey now. I believe this type of behavior makes it easier for you to leave a pit bull alone with a 2-year-old, to bring a pit bull around a 2-year-old. Language, very important. Words have power and they influence our behavior. You got to be very careful with the things that you say. So you can sort of brainwash yourself. And it's very effective. You tell yourself something over and over and over and over. Eventually, you're going to start to act on what you're saying. And you sitting up here calling a 2-year-old a monkey. And of course, humanizing the dog. Let's pretend like a pit bull is just as harmless as a 2-year-old. By allowing the 2-year-old to play with the pit bull. Better yet, let's teach the boy to go up to it, to hug it, to rub it, to play with it, to kiss it. Cop said they shared a photo of the boy kissing the pit bull. Now, that lifestyle is stupid. And the results proved that it was stupid, dangerous. And this is a scary case. As you watch the reports, it sort of seems like the grandmother is aware that she's guilty. That's the energy I'm getting from her. Seems like she's aware that she's guilty. It's almost like she can feel that she caused the death of her grandson. But it wasn't just her. It's everybody involved. That includes the people at the shelter who adopted the dog out to them. Blood is on everybody's hands. Everybody's hands, man. And this is what I'm saying. Or at least this is what I'm trying to say. It makes it a whole lot worse when there is several adult minds behind the creation of this environment. Look at how many adult minds contributed to this entire environment. That makes everyone guilty, except for the people who speak out against it. There's no blood on our hands. And even if you just a dog supporter, there's blood on your hands. If you support the environment that makes murders like this possible, then blood is on your hands. It's really that simple. Police dog attack. I'm sorry, this was just something I just saw for the first time. With sovereign immunity in case of car dealership employee bitten by canine. A car dealership employee? Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I have to check that out later. Yeah, I can't keep up with this stuff. There's a different story. Another girl bitten in the face. What in the world? What is today? It's Friday? My goodness. A 4-year-old was viciously attacked by 3 dogs on March 31st. Serious facial injuries. Who's now wearing an eye patch, still healing from the scary ordeal. Doing better now. Right eye's bad. What in the world? Well, it just don't stop. Just don't stop, man. My goodness. My goodness. So I don't know what it's like right now where you are, but here it is very nice outside. It is very nice outside. And this is one of those days where nutters will come outside with their dogs. More importantly, they will let their dog off leash. Please be aware of these lunatics. These types of stories are on the rise, and I don't want to report any of my dear crusaders being mutilated and ripped apart. Right? Stay ready, stay armed. Wow, it's a lot of people in here. What's going on? Yes. Cringe. The dog culture is so cringe, man. Everything about it, it's like from start to finish. Every single nutter video, it's just a moment of cringe. Bad cringe where you have to just hang your head. I can't, man. Yeah, it's time to bring this culture down. You know, the more you examine it, the more dangerous you realize it is. Very dangerous. And in so many different ways, it makes no sense. You know, that feeling you get, you know, you can't put it into words, but that feeling you get when you realize that there's no honor, you know, there's no integrity behind laws. There's no passion behind laws or passion to enforce them. You know, a hardcore cop or detective or whatever, they would be all over this case. There would be nothing for me or us to do because these cops, these detectives, they will be all over this because of these endangerment laws being broken in so many homes. Right? It would be outrageous in their mind. Like, what is this? What good are our laws if they're not protecting the most vulnerable demographic in the country? What good are the laws? Just like I said yesterday, what good is it for me to tell my family that I love them if I'm willing to endanger them? If I'm bringing predators, deadly predators inside of the home? At that point, telling my family that I love them, that's just lip service. I'd rather you never tell me you love me and that you just act like you love me. I don't want to hear it. Show it. A hardcore detective or cop would be all over this. At the center of their argument would be the reckless endangerment laws, as well as the irrefutable scenarios of when those laws are broken. And that is inside of every single home, at the very least, where there is a large dog, regardless of breed. If there's a large dog inside of there and there are children inside of there, there's crime in each one of those homes. So hopefully we can bring back some integrity and get the passion back into the people, where we strive and fight for what's right. And all we're doing is fighting to exist like a normal functioning organism. That's the sad truth. The sad truth is that we don't even operate on the basic level of a living organism. No organism, none, endangers its young. Only the nutters. And we're sick of your backwardness. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Oh yeah. Doing good. Good shout out to everybody. Range Rider up in here. Terramont in the house. The Prince is up here. Digimon. What y'all got planned for this weekend? Looks like a lot of people are off work today. That's good. That is good. There's nothing like a day off, man. Especially if you get paid. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. Homes, like foster parent homes, you'd think that it would be required that they can't be a pit bull owner. You want to be a foster parent? You know, that should be a requirement. You can't have large dogs in the home. Crazy. But the Annabelle said that they got the law changed. Child Protective Services didn't used to allow foster parents to have pit bulls, but rescue lobbyists got that law changed. Listen to that. Now, I just covered a story not long ago of a boy who was attacked, and he was a foster child. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. That is truly unbelievable. So, you know, it's scary because we can't rely on lawmakers. You know, it's going to take the everyday people to get laws tightened down on dogs, on this dog culture, to get bans put in place. It's going to 100% take the people. Now, maybe it will just take a demonstration. You know, these pit bull supporters, they don't do much. They'll gather, make a couple signs, and make a few brainless statements, but they don't do much. With us, at least we'll be making sense. You see, we'll be making sense. Most important thing is they won't have any rebuttals. You know, they won't have any answers to criticism, to the real facts, to the data. And, you know, if people like that are getting bans removed, if they don't even need a real solid argument, they don't have to be persuasive, you know, at all. All they have to do is just show up and be emotional, and they can get laws changed. We should be able to do the same thing too. So let's hope it's just a matter of time. Shout out to everybody able to join me for this live stream. I see y'all up, my man Dion up in here, Mutants out. And I hope to see everybody back on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.